Yo, what is up, everybody? It's your boy back for the week. Uh, third week. This is time flies. This is episode 3.5, and the reason it's point 0.5 and not four something because this is just a small little thing at the end of the week in the week recap. If you're unfamiliar with the format, basically I pick them on Sunday, kind of my top plays, man, and then on Thursday, since for me that's usually end of my trading week, I go back and like recap and say, hey, just what I'm seeing, how I'm feeling and stuff. Again, the format might change a little bit, but for now, this is working for me. I hope it's working for you. But with that being said, let's just jump in. The markets were a little bit crazy, specifically for tech last week, starting on Thursday. And I don't know if you know, but there's like a 3 day rule that sometimes people talk about, and basically what that means is like good or bad news. Yeah, it has a 3 day effect. We definitely saw that, especially of the long weekend. There wasn't, starting with Thursday, you got Friday. Monday wasn't a trading day because we were all on holiday having a good time. Tuesday was a continuation of that sell off, specifically in tech. Nasdaq was taking a shit. But Wednesday was a really interesting one. Wednesday was a really good one, I think at least. And if you look at, and we'll just jump into it, Tesla, right? So looking at Tesla, if you hopefully you can see my screen. If not, I'm kind of fucked. But breaking up with my man Tesla over here. Oh shoot, that's not what I wanted to do. Tesla, boom, banging. Okay. Well, when we look at Tesla, sorry, let me take a drink real quick. Kids, don't drink if you're watching this. Um, Take a little sip though. Take a little sip. But anyways, back to it real quick. So Thursday was a really interesting day. Wednesday specifically, Wednesday and Thursday, we kind of saw that sell off ease up a little bit, as you can see here. What 9-8. So what is that? Tuesday, which is that sell off day, and we see Wednesday here. And the reason why I marked Wednesday specifically was that's when we really started picking up. A lot of traders are coming in. The Nasdaq was rebounding. Tech was coming back. This is exactly what I look for. The reversal off of the bounce, right? I kind of was looking at it, watching Tesla and stuff. And if you would have went in, so I basically, all basically four of my picks I traded this week. I usually don't do all of those, but for this week, that's what I did. Definitely got it on Tesla. Specifically, when you see that, and as I talked about, hey, that golden cross, baby, it's money. It's money usually. And I kind of figured if you kind of follow the trend, so I was following it on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday, and I saw this really nice, not specifically a double bottom, but it's an engulfing bullish pattern. And what I mean by that is the body of this bullish candle completely engulfed the body of the bearish candle, took it all over, body over the other. Super bullish sign for me. I was already kind of watching the RSI. RSI was picking up a little bit here. This MACD was wanting to cross over, but you can see it was like, if you look at this time, I mean, hindsight always 2020. It was kind of stabilizing for a rebound here. It was looking like it was going to cross over eventually for that 50 EMA over the 200 EMA, as we talked about last week. Hey, super bullish sign. So I kind of jumped the gun a little bit early, follow that reversal all the way up to the eventual sell off today, which is Friday, 9/10. Was that today? Yeah, 9/10. Sorry, it's been a long one. So yeah, 3 day wool. It led up a really nice 10 to 11% gap up, and like I said, protect your chicken. So every 5%, every 5% gain, I'm looking to scale out. If the chart is telling me that, right, I'm getting better at scaling out and not being as greedy. But still, there's a lot of really good catalysts for Tesla coming down the pipe. I mean, the S&P thing, really hurt us last week, but also, it could happen still. That's just speculation, obviously, but a lot of people are really saying that hey, that's still on the table. Man, this beer is light, but it's a hitter. They also have Battery Day coming up, so a lot of really good ones. So Tesla's going to be one that I'm watching for a while, watching and playing honestly for a while. The other one we talked about, I'm gonna go through super quick because man, there's three sports on right now, and I'm a sports fan. There's football for the first night. We're tied up right now. H Town, what's up? If we got football, we got baseball, we got basketball. Definitely, hopefully, we can lose three out of we can lose all three just to kind of really start the season for football specifically really well. But anyway, same kind of difference with Apple. The 3 day rule was in effect for tech. It was definitely a fucking shitty sell off. Thursday, Friday, Monday off, Tuesday sell off as well. But really, when you look at it on Wednesday, so yeah, 9/9, right? Looking into it, oh shit, tomorrow's 9/11. Okay. Um, Anyways, neither here nor there. But still, I marked off that golden cross, right, where that 50 EMA is kind of pushing to that there. So really, 50 EMA pushing over that 200 EMA temporarily, but still really bullish pattern. Guy, if you were following that on the reversal, and hey, this isn't rocket science. Like I said, map out chart your lines. Chart it out. We did this on Sunday. Hey, we saw some highs, we saw some lows. We got better and better at it, and it was respecting. And what I liked about it kept on respecting that support that we were drawing out, right? And if you watch that, if you look at the patterns, you can play it really well. You just wait for your call, right? You wait for that bullish pattern that was coming off. And for this one specifically, it was going to be that 200 EMA, or sorry, yeah, that golden cross right there. You see a little sell off after that, but hey, things are picking up. You see MACD, that money, that moving average conversions divergence coming back, and it was a lot of bullish indicators. If you just wait, if you're patient, if you know the charts, if you follow them, if you map it out, hey, there was a really nice four-ish 5% gain that was not easy to make, but if you knew what to look for, it was there. Also, Apple for me is going to be one I keep on watching and playing as I get good prices for it. There's Catalyst, of course, for Apple coming out. I think it's September 15th, so early next week is going to be an event. It's not going to be for the iPhone specifically. I think that's a little bit delayed, and you kind of see that in the price kind of fluctuating a little bit. The investors generally like that whole delay. The new iPhone's gonna come out eventually, but the 15th I think is more about their iPad. They have a new iPad. They have a new Gen, I think 6 or 7 watch. I got like the Gen 1, so I'm gonna probably sell a couple shares and get some of this. But anyways, they got some stuff coming out, and I'm sure they'll have another kind of showing for their new ship for their iPhones and stuff like that later on. So a lot of good catalysts coming for Apple. So those are two companies. Hey, when the sell off when big sell offs happen, I look for the reversal bounce, and that's exactly what I did here. I waited. Reversal, shitty days. Reversal. This was respecting that support was getting respected really heavily, on multiple days, and that's when I feel comfortable when I see supports holding, I see some bullish patterns emerging. Have a tight stop loss to protect yourself, to protect your chicken if you're wrong. But also, hey, there was a lot of money to be made there. Peloton was another one. Like I said, I basically paid all of the ones that I had so far. I haven't played Chewy yet, but I'm gonna just do it tomorrow for the clout. I hate trading on Fridays. That's why I do the Thursday recap. But hey, for the clout chasing, I'm gonna definitely get Chewy on a reversal because it doesn't look too good right now. But I'm pretty sure they had really good earnings. Same thing for Peloton. I actually didn't really trade them, just because it was a weird week, a short week. I didn't really feel comfortable trading them until they kind of broke. I started swinging them. I'm not gonna say, and I don't want to tell you what to do, but basically, I kind of marked off what I was looking at. Hey, we were looking at support and resistance lines, and what I saw is I saw a resistance line here, so I watched it all day. I saw that I wanted to wait to see what it's gonna do. Like I said, don't buy at the middle, buy at the bottom or the top. The top, I was playing the break. So I'm playing the break of the resistance that we said, and now it's support. And that's exactly what happened. It broke resistance after hours. I was playing it. Okay, it broke. It held a candle. Now it's the new support. Boom, I'm in. And I'm holding it overnight. A good 5 to 6% profit taking. I was watching it in the morning, and basically, I knew I play earnings very conservatively now that I've learned my lesson. Not to say, if it's a good earnings, it's a good earnings. The company you believe in, you're gonna believe in it. And Peloton definitely, had great earnings, a lot of tailwinds. Like I said, I didn't see anything drastically. I haven't really looked into it yet. It just happened. So I wasn't as I'm not as into it right now in terms of like looking at it, but just looking at the quick news, I don't see anything that's like, oh fuck, Peloton sucks. So I haven't looked at the earnings specifically. I just know that I assumed it was going to be a good earnings. Probably stupid on my part, but a lot of people were saying a lot of good shit. Price targets were increases that we talked about Sunday. They had a really good price target increase by JP Morgan. So I knew there was going to be some tailwinds, but also I knew there was going to be some profit taking. And today was a bad market, specifically, for all three. I think indexes were down today. So when I saw that, when I woke up in the morning and I saw that kind of like the trading was like, futures were kind of steady but not really going anywhere. Shit like that. I was kind of feeling okay, cool. Like let me actually watch this because there's probably going to be a sell off. That's exactly what happened. Sold at the high, as high as I could get. I actually scaled out of this position because I wanted to. So I wanted to like practice better like scaling out patterns. So I scaled out half my position. It ended up going against me. But I had my stop loss high enough. where the price kind of, you saw this dip here, basically just sold off there. The rest of it, when that really red candle broke what I was going to do, I didn't think it was going to sell off as hard as it did, but it did. Good thing I set my stop loss after I sold off half. So that's kind of me playing it conservatively. The other one I'm going to talk about, I'm actually going to talk about Teradyne before I talk about Chewy, because I haven't played Chewy. But Teradyne was another one. Hey, I shouldn't have played this on Tuesday. I know I shouldn't have, but I was kind of bored, and patience is a virtue and a talent, and I definitely was like, fuck it, let me just jump in. I knew the market was downtrending. I thought I can outsmart it. I can't. You can never outsmart the market. You can be a little bit in front of it, but you can't be way in front of it, and that's exactly what happened. I should have. I mean, if I was looking at it and I could saw, hey, the volume came in, but also, there was no volume at all. Just no volume here. So it just hasn't came in yet. Not to say it's not going to, but basically, but I knew that, and I knew that I was going to do something stupid like that. So basically, what I did is, I saw this kind of, support that was for a couple days. So for this was holding support for a while. So I felt comfortable saying, hey, this is going to be support. If it breaks this support line, I have my stop loss really close because I was very busy for work and shit. So it's a short week, you got to get a lot done for work. So I kind of just set it in the morning and said, hey, buy here if the price goes below my support. I don't know what's going to happen. Just sell it, and take a small loss, whatever. But I kind of charted it out. I was like, hey, my risk to reward ratio is pretty good, especially if I get it as close to the support line as possible. That's exactly what I tried to do. Unfortunately, here you see later in the day, this is exactly where I stopped out. Here, a few hours later in the afternoon, because it just keeps on bouncing off that support. I still think it's a good one to watch. I don't know if I'm gonna do it because people aren't there yet. Maybe a little bit too early, but like I still feel like I said on Sunday, the fundamentals are there. So it's fundamental as fuck. I think of the three that moved to the S&P 500. It wasn't the sexy play. I'll grant you that, but it was what I went for. And I played it. I had a plan, and what I'm proud about this one for me is I had a plan and I stuck to it. I mean, I could have bounced back and made some, but the market can always run against you. You have to have a plan. You have to have your entry price. Why do you have your entry price? Because it's close to your support or it's breaking a resistance line. What is your stop loss at? Use your patterns, use your charts that you already did in the day or in the week or whatever to kind of figure out where you think it's gonna go, where it's gonna stop, where it's gonna start petering out. Follow your lines at the 5 minute, the 1 minute, your RSI, your MACD. Just play it that way. Play it smart. Have your stop loss is very important to say, hey, if it breaks this price, I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen. Sell it. So really have a plan and sell it and trade it. Teradyne for me, well, was the one that I played that didn't win, that didn't turn out the way I did, but I still feel it's a win for me because I had a plan and I traded it. And that's the best you can do sometimes. Chewy. I haven't played this yet, just because I don't like over trading, and like I said, I basically for this one have traded all four this week in some way, shape, or form. Either I'm holding or I sold or whatever the case may be. I don't want to tell you to do it. I'm just saying that's kind of what I did. But for Chewy, I haven't done it yet, but I know that they have good earnings. And just looking at some quick news, like I said, I'm gonna look at this more tonight to kind of see where I feel comfortable getting in. But Chewy was gonna be another one. It's a COVID play. They weren't going to have shitty earnings, and just looking at it right now, they beat expectations across, the ones that I can see right here, but they didn't. Did they beat enough? And that's the thing with earnings. They beat expectations. There's just so much downside with playing earnings. I like to play conservatively. I like to get it in early, write it up like I did with Peloton, early-ish, write it up, or I like to get on the reversal. So I played it. I played it two ways. I played Peloton one way, right? Writing up earnings, I'm good. And I'm gonna play Peloton the opposite way. It's downtrending even on good earnings. It's making lower lows, but it looks like a descending triangle right here. And what I mean by that is basically like it's just going lower. It's breaking this, but it's finding really good support here at about 58. I would assume it's gonna just break and shit. When it does that, it just basically can't break the moving averages. I'm gonna wait for that. Hopefully, I can get it at a really good price. But basically, I'm gonna go back in tonight after the show, and after I watch all these sports and watch my teams lose, I'm gonna go back in and kind of really chart out like better, like, hey, where is it at? Because I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play this motherfucker. Even if I get one share, just to say I traded all five this week. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't suggest you do that. I just know that that's what I'm gonna do because for the clout for it. But yeah, basically, what I'm gonna play this as a reversal, right? I'm gonna just call it what it is. And I think that there's a lot of upside here. I love trading when there's a pattern to trade. I hate trading all time highs because I don't know, but at least here I have kind of like a rough idea, so it's easier for me to do a risk reward ratio and always have at least 1 to 2 risk reward ratio, like what you're risking to what you're getting, right? And so that way you have to be right, like six, not a decent percent of the time to still make money, right? But anyways, those are the ones I was looking at this week, and kind of how I wrapped it up. Tesla, Apple, Peloton, Chewy, Teradyne. Definitely took a little loss on Teradyne, but hey, it's what it is. But definitely, it was just a lesson for me, and just to be more patient, but also be more patient, but also have a plan and trade your plan. Chewy, I'm gonna get into it, even if it's stupid of me to do it. I'm gonna get into it. I'm a big dog person. I want to get some money off of this one. Again, hey, take it for what it is. But anyways, some party takeaways. I'm making this real quick. Like I said, got to go watch my team lose and got to go drink some beer, eat some wings. But it's been a weird week. A weird couple of weeks. There's been sell-offs, shit's moving sideways. It's just a lot of weirding. It's a lot of correcting. It's not. I personally don't think it's a bubble bursting. I just think it's natural profit taking and natural. There's some stuff with like the whole SoftBank whale and shit like that. Hey, take if you're in that whole news cycle where you're reading that, take it for what it is. But for me, I don't see a huge sell off right now. I just see definitely profit taking, and a definite consolidation and sideways. But also I love that because I'm gonna play the reversals. I love reversal plays. That's just me. I find them comfortable. That's my trading style. You don't have to be great at all trading styles. You have to find one or two, three things that work for you. For me, reversals and earnings and shit like that. I don't do opening morning breakouts. I do more swing trading versus day trading, but I do take day trades like this week when it's appropriate. But yeah, find out what works for you, but don't force anything, right? Earnings season starts again next month, hold your money, protect your chicken. And so then, it might be a couple slow weeks here before that. But really, don't force anything. As you saw, like I did with Teradyne, I forced a bad play. Luckily, I did my homework before. It was a stupid play, but at least I did my homework and traded my plan and planned my trade. And that's the best thing you can do, I think, for me at least. So I'm happy with it. My week overall, very happy with my week overall. Considering I could have been, I could have got shitted on by Hindenburg like Nicola did, but also that was a good ride that they're doing. But yeah, that might be hey, like I'm saying, Nicola might be a really good reversal play. I think they were down like 11% last time I saw. Are they a farce? I don't know. Probably. I saw a couple interviews. My boy Trevor, he's over there on Twitter having him Twitter trigger fingers. So he's about to pop the fuck off on Hindenburg. But anyways, I appreciate y'all tuning in for me on my socials. Definitely hit me up at bullish_solo@gmail if you want to send me an email. I don't get a lot of love, so definitely I want some hate. And I'm just kidding. No, don't hate on me. But you can if you want to. Hey, you suck. But give me some constructive criticism. Like, hey, slow your roll. Hey, you suck. But maybe this could be better. Anyways, bullish_gmail bullish_solo@gmail.com. I also have my YouTube. Hopefully, you're watching this bullish. I don't know if you can even search me and find it just because I have like no followers and no views. But hey, what the fuck ever. Twitter, Reddit, and stock twits if you have those. Real_bullish. I'm definitely very active on Twitter and stock twits. I get some shit. People send me news, or I see news, or different apps send me news. Oof, man. I'm taking a shit. I'll just read it real quick, send it off, on Twitter or stock tweets. I haven't really got it already yet, but real_bullish. Follow me there. Let's connect. I definitely get some people, responding to me and saying, hey, you suck, but also, hey, you're cool too at the same time. So I appreciate the support, and the love and the hate. I appreciate it all, honestly. Any kind of view I get, any follower I get, I try to respond and say, hey, I appreciate it, because for me, it's cool. I like helping people, and hopefully this helps somebody. Definitely helps me. So if it's only helping me, then that's what it is. But I appreciate it. And have a good night. Have a great weekend. Protect your chicken. Peace.